Hi guys, it's nice to have you back at Armor. We have bought yet another recurve bow for competitive purposes and for adults. This is the Mamba Recurve Bow. During the course of the video, I'm going to show you how the assembly of the recurve bow is going to go through, what are the components that come with the recurve bow, and what is the material built up of this recurve bow. So let's start with the dimensions and other aspects of the recurve bow. The Mamba comes with a high grade stress proof mag alloy riser, which is here. Now this is a right-handed bow, right? It has a very well designed ergonomic grip. The riser measures in 21.5 inches and the entire bow measures at around 66 inches. The bow completely weighs in just 2.75 pounds, and you have different draw weights like 34 to 36 and 40 to 45. Please check the stock availability for that. You have a draw length which starts at around 24 and can go up to 31.5. All right. Now what all comes with this recurve bow? You get the riser, you have the limbs. These are wood core limbs, and they have a thin inlay of carbon fiber which is coated and has an overlay of US made Gordon fiberglass limbs. Really strong, really resilient. Now if you have a look at this, like I said before, it's a right-handed bow. You have the segments where the plunger button can be fitted in, the sight can be fitted in here. You have a section where you can fit in the clicker and the stabilizer as well. All right. Now what else comes with this set is you get a competitive bow sight, so you don't need to go buy a separate sight initially at all. You have the string. You have this bow. We are giving you three types of arrow rest. One, you have the plastic stick-on arrow rest, then you have the competitive magnetic type of arrow rest, and you also have a screw type arrow rest. You can decide which you want. This will all be with the kit. Right. Moving further, I'm going to show you how the assembly is to be done. So when you hold the bow, this is your grip, this is the lower section, this is the upper section. So behind the limbs over here, you have the upper, where it is written upper, that will but obviously fit on the upper segment, which is over here. Again, this is you don't need an Allen wrench for this. What you need is just a hand. The bolts come with very deep knurling for good additional grip, so you just have to fit it in. You just turn it around, make sure that it fits in tight, but you do not need to use any lever or plier, so you don't need to go all ballistic and tighten it like really hard. Make sure that there's no play in the limbs. This is the lower limb, it's mentioned over here, lower. Fit it in. So when you're using a recurve or a compound bow, make sure that you never dry fire any of these bows. Dry fire is when you shoot or release the string of the bow without an arrow. All the energy gets transferred. If there's no arrow, all the energy gets transferred to the limbs, and the limbs can rip and you lose your bow completely. So don't do that for either a compound or a recurve. Now when you come across this, you have the string. The string has two loops, a smaller loop and a larger loop. If you see this carefully, this is the smaller, this is the larger. The smaller loop will always go towards the lower end of the bow, right? I'm going to show you how to string it up. So first you hold the bow, this is the lower end, you loop it in. So always the string will come from the belly or the face of the bow. What is facing the archer is called the belly or the face of the bow. What is facing the target is called the back of the bow. Now what you need to do is keep the tension on, hold it in your dominant hand. For me, my right hand is dominant. Hold it this way where it dangles and step in with your right leg. Alright, once you step in, hold it and bend the bow, bend the limb so it reaches the string. So what I've done is I have anchored and locked it into the shin of the left leg. I'm using my right leg to push and hold the bow in place. The stance is this way, and slowly relax the bow. Make sure the loops are fitted in perfectly. You can also use a bell stringer You can purchase that from the website. Now once you string it, make sure that the string comes in the center. So the string groove is what centralizes the string, comes in. What you need to do is, once this is put in, just pull around 2 inches behind and let loose of the string. This much of a dry fire is good. This will set everything in place. This is how your recurve bow should look once it is strung. Do not string it from the opposite end, that's not the right way. Now I'm going to show you how to install the different arrow rests. So like I said, this is your magnetic arrow rest. Again, this is the back of the bow, this is the belly of the bow. You can align this hole for the plunger to come through from here and stick it anywhere. There's a 3M tape behind. Just peel this in and mount it. Make sure it is straight. If you're using this, first align this slot, puncture this hole. This will just pop out, and see, this is aligned. Peel the sticker on this end. First stick it onto the arrow rest, then peel the other end of the sticker. Again, the horn of the arrow rest comes towards the outside like this. So either the first slot or the second slot you can stick it in. Just completely depends on you. Alright, and if you're not using that, none of these, in case you're a beginner, you can use the screw type arrow rest. What you need to do is just fit it in, go all the way around. Now when you do this, make sure this comes in line with your string. So it shouldn't protrude out, it shouldn't go too deep in. You can do that and make sure that the horn is towards the back of the bow again. Alright, the description and whatever the package includes of this bow is mentioned within the caption below. You can also find our contact numbers and our website. You can make a purchase through that. Thank you so much.